All listeners, stand by for the Caffeine, Lifts, and Public Assist podcast. That's hella funny. A white man's fantasy job. I'm the only white dude in this room right now that has that job.
That has changed.
For sure.
And change it some places.
Yeah, it's true.
That's fair. That's also fair.
Yeah. All right, we're back. Caffeine Lifts, Public Assist.
This is my boy from work, Diego.
Diego.
Captain Diego.
Captain Diego?
Captain, dude.
Wow.
He's got one of those red
Better
helmets.
get it right.
Dude, how'd you start in the fire service?
Well, man, hey, first of all, thank you guys for inviting me.
Yeah, thanks for coming
I was
on.
waiting for the invitation for the first short Mexican guy to be on your show, so appreciate it. Yeah,
Happy to
to
have
make
it's an
sure-
honor.
You're going to be dialed in before we had you on, you know?
It's an honor. But yeah, man, I mean, getting in the fire service, in the beginning, growing up, as cheesy as it may sound, I'm one of those backdraft.
Oh, yeah.
That was it. Once I watched that movie, that was it. You know, because I don't have no family that has any fire background. Nobody, obviously my parents grew up in Mexico. My dad was a surgeon in Mexico. My mom was a secretary. And so once I watched that movie, it's like, oh, I want to do firefighting.
You look badass.
Yeah. But once I got into the point where I had the opportunity to actually seek the career, it wasn't an option at first. My father, he's more strict. You need to get your education. And when I brought that idea of firefighting is what I want to do, I want to study to do firefighting stuff, he basically said, firefighting is a white man's fantasy job. So, no, you're not doing that.
Not a career job in Mexico.
Not at all. And so, I mean, them growing up, knowing that not being a career over there is, no, you need to get your education.
Yeah.
Get a degree. And so at first, I graduated high school, went Stan State, criminal justice, because I didn't have the option to do the fire side. I respected my dad a lot. And shit, dropped out of Stan State without telling my parents. And I went to Merced College and started doing my fire stuff there.
Nice.
And eventually, I did all the fire science. I got my associates in fire science there. I did the fire academy there. And eventually my dad found out that I wasn't going to Stan State no more. And
How long did it take for him to find out?
I would say at least a semester, maybe more than a semester.
It's a good life lesson for the kids out there. You should just follow your dreams and lie to your parents. It worked out for Diego.
I mean, I didn't go against my dad's, wishes too. I have a lot of respect for my parents. So when he did find out that I wasn't going to Stan State no more, we did have a serious talk, and he said, all right, if this is what you want to do, you're not going to just be any firefighter. He said, you're going to be a firefighter that's going to have education. Mm-hmm. And I told him, all right, deal. Like, I'll get my, fire science degree. Hopefully I'll get a job in, fire. And I told him, but I will go back to school and I will get my bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I felt like at first I felt like I was doing it for my dad, kind of out of respect. I did what I wanted. Now I know this is what you wanted for me. But once I was getting my bachelor's at Stan State, once I went back, I started thinking about, man, all right, I'm kind of glad I'm getting my bachelor's in something, because say the fire job doesn't work out, or if I get injured,
Something
then
happens.
I have a bachelor's degree and it'll definitely help me out in life. And so I have no regrets. I mean, I was able to accomplish what I want to accomplish in my career.
Yeah.
What was your degree in?
Admin, business administration, operations management.
How's your dad feel now that you're in the career, you're pretty settled, you guys are doing well?
I think he's proud of me. I think he's proud of me, but I'm sure he is.
Yeah. But he's not like, it's white man's dream. He's
Not no more. Even doing all the volunteer, I volunteered for 8 years.
Yeah.
It was 8 years at Merced County, Station 61. And at the same time, I was also a reserve with Atwater City for 4 years, doing that at the same time. And at the same time, I was going to school, and I had a job at a packaging plant in Atwater.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was just doing one thing, just fire.
Yeah.
I was still working hard to get where I am now. So at first it was just like, man, how long are you going to volunteer for before you're like,
For sure.
it's not going to happen for me. You know?
I was asking the same question myself also. I think we were 7 years ish.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
And I was like, how long am I going to do this
Yeah.
for?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, and
takes a
you see so many guys that like started volunteering with you, and this is like 3 years in, they're like,
Yep.
I'm gonna change. It's like, keep going, dude.
Yep.
It's gonna happen. I swear.
Yeah.
Don't give it up.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, you could, don't give up, keep pursuing. And then in worst case scenario, come work for me.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, man.
You went through your academy with one of your boys, right? And got hired at the same time.
Yeah, my best friend Juan Ramirez.
Yeah.
He's actually just promoted a captain for Los Banos City Fire.
Nice.
So that's the only thing I beat him at.
I was getting there.
Yeah, because I mean, we did the Merced College Academy together, and then literally we applied. He applied for fire. I applied for Turlock. He got the phone call that he got the job, and literally I would say like within 30 minutes, I got the phone call saying that I got the job. So it's like we called each other, bro, like we got it. We're doing it together, you know?
Yeah.
And then he promoted to engineer, and I promoted to engineer, and then now I promoted to captain before he did.
Had to get that
Now
on.
we're both captains, so it's, we
Climb the
compete, but it's love, man.
That's cool.
Brother love. But yeah,
We'll have to get him on the podcast.
been through a lot.
There's our next guest.
Yeah. He can talk smack about you.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
A little back and forth.
Like he said 30 minutes, dude. I had an hour and a half.
That's cool though that you went through with somebody, with your boy.
We leaned on each other a lot.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even now he's doing a lot of classes to teach and whatnot. And so even though I became a captain first, I'm kind of like leaning on him, like, hey, what classes did you take to get, certified to teach this? And he's helping me so much with that stuff. Because, I mean, it's complicated now just to get, certified through
All
the
the
state.
different
Yeah, you're instructor,
Things and-
you're instructor
yeah.
one or whatever, and they
Yeah.
keep changing
all
the names.
changed. Yeah.
I swear they changed the names just to confuse me.
Dude.
I'm like, I don't even know what class to take anymore. Okay, somebody point me in the right
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah, Cody was going through a class recently. He was saying the same thing about it. Like he did something before, but now it's different.
And then I work for the state, right? So mine's all different. So it used to be like instructor, I think, and now they do leadership instead. Leadership
Yeah.
classes, and I'm sure there's levels to
Oh,
that.
yeah. And then there's Rio and all that.
So, I mean, not that they're bad or anything like that. I'm just saying they keep changing the names, and then it was supervisor. That's where they swapped to. It was like soup 1, soup 2, and now it's leadership. I believe. I could be getting that wrong. Somebody will call me out later.
Definitely the other way around.
Yeah. No, it's called leadership. It's definitely called leadership now.
You got to find ways to make money.
Don't take classes.
Dude, that's how I feel about the Jack program. The Jack program
Oh, yeah.
originally was, I can't explain it very well. I'm not going to go down that, but something about the school system was getting tons of money. So then the fire department was always broke. So the fire department was like, hey, if we send our guys to school, can we get a piece of that
Something,
money?
yeah, yeah.
And that was to like supplement the fire service. And then now it's just continuously going and now we have unlimited money, but then we're still doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of how it goes. But yeah, it all follow the money. That's what it all comes down
yep.
to,
Yeah.
for sure.
And I just completed my firefighter too, and it went from just turning in a task book to now you got to go test and do it.
IFSAC Pro Board.
Yeah.
What'd you have to do for that, for the firefighter too?
So I had to do the task book, and then you actually have to find a site that provides the testing,
Yeah.
and you have to register. So I went through Merced City College,
Okay.
Fresno City College. I apologize, and I had to register as if I was going to attend their academy.
Yeah.
But they just call you at the last day of the academy. That's when they do their testing. And you show up and you do the written test with the academy, and then you do the manipulative. So if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 5 different like manipulatives. It's 3. I think it's 2 skills that you for sure have to do, and 3 randoms, something like that.
Out of a list of 12 or
Yeah,
something.
12 or 13.
Yeah.
And like when I did it, it was you have to like initiate fire attack on a simulated fire, structure fire.
Yeah.
And then one is like you have to assist with the technical rescue operation. And then another one was like a propane tank fire. But man, I was stressing out because I was like, man, I'm past all this, and now I got to go back and kind of prove myself to get my 2.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. It definitely made it clear where it was like, all right, this is money making.
Oh, for sure.
It was,
Yeah.
but I think the hardest thing was the wait, because even when you register and you're trying to just take the test, just to submit your test book, you have to wait for the academies to complete. I had to wait like a whole half a year.
What was the
before I
cost
was-
on that to you? Because you don't have to pay for the whole academy, I assume.
No, I think for the test was like
couple hundred, under $1,000.
When I took the test, I think it was like $75, but then to submit your task book is like 125 or something like
So
that.
not bad, like 200. Okay, yeah. I'm glad I don't have to do that.
I'm glad I'm done with it.
Also, you can get a different stamp on that piece of paper.
That's all it is.
It's instead of California State Fire Marshal, now it says that
IFSAC Pro Board.
and IFSAC Pro Board.
Yeah. They were transitioning when I was going through the FFA and the COA for CAL FIRE, and I don't even know if mine has a stamp or not, but they were like, you have it. You just, you have to, it's COVID times. You have to submit paperwork. No one ever gave me paperwork. I have no idea.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that might come back to bite me in the butt later, but yeah, we're putting all of our firefighters through it. So anybody who's like a seasonal, they'll get you on a list, and then you go through Castle Air Base, and then they put you through IFSAC Pro Board for 6 weeks or something like that, pay you to go through it. That way, those employees, when they want to promote within, they have it. And then it sped up the process to get more engineers, more captains, because now we're going traditional staffing. Anyway, I went off your story. I have a question.
Yeah.
Your dad was a surgeon in Mexico or here?
Mexico.
And I'm guessing it doesn't translate. What?
No, man. This is crazy because, he went to medical school, became a surgeon. He actually had his own clinic. He had opened up his own clinic in Mexico. And my mom wanted the American life.
Yeah.
And so she wanted the American life for us. And it's myself and 3 older sisters. Unfortunately, the oldest one passed away from COVID. But when my sisters were born, my mom wanted that American life. So my dad literally went from being a surgeon to dropping it all, coming to U.S., and he had to pick up a shovel, start working in the field.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. And talking to him, he's like, man, like, if we would have stayed in Mexico, you guys would have been very comfortable, living a good life. And
Yeah.
But he's like, your mom wanted the American life, and we want to give you guys the best opportunity you had to be successful in life and have a good life. And so we changed it all up, came over here. And for him to get certified or, licensed,
That was my next question.
he would have to go, I think it was either like 5 years into school.
Basically
Restart. And he's, with having my sisters,
It's too late.
I didn't want to be away from the family. I was already away for 10 years.
Yeah.
Doing all this. I wasn't going to do that again. And so luckily he was able to get a job as a medical assistant at a clinic
That's
in Merced.
crazy. So he's a surgeon in Mexico, and then he eventually he's
What
a
is your-
medical assistant, and you're so stupid.
Yeah, seriously.
You're
I'm
doing
way
it
better
wrong.
at this job than you
He
are.
ended his career as a mental health specialist in Stockton.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
So that it all turned out good for him, but I know he misses, being in that medical field.
Yeah, crazy transition though.
But it turned out good for us,
Yeah, that seems like
life,
a plot to a movie.
And then he just heroically saves somebody because a surgeon passes out or something. He's like, I can do this.
He gets the pen, and then he.
I don't know if I should be saying this, but I remember growing up. So I grew up in Chowchilla.
Okay.
I remember growing up, waking up in the middle of the night, going to get a cup of milk in the kitchen, and there's a person laying on a dining
Hell
table.
yeah.
And my dad's sewing them up.
Oh yeah, he's like working for the mafia.
I would say a little
It's
black
some
market.
stuff where he wouldn't ask. He's just, he would look at me and
Cash.
like, hey, go back to bed. And I'm like, all right, Dad, I'm sorry. And
Hell
he
yeah.
was just like,
Dude, that's
and
like
he would
some
tell me,
John
he's
Wick
like,
stuff.
Yeah. And he's, that guy got stabbed at a bar
Yeah.
or something like that. And he's like, and they just came and I helped him out. I was
I
like,
just knew he could do
damn,
it.
like, yeah. Like when I would get injured, he'd sew me up growing
That's
up.
awesome.
Yeah. I got decked by a golf club by my cousin once. We were just playing and hit me in the chin. Next thing you know, I'm on the dining table.
Stitched up.
It's a good place for it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I swear there was. Somebody will get the reference, but The Office, in the warehouse, one of the Asian guys was a surgeon where he came from, and then he came to America, he's working in the warehouse.
Yeah.
He was like an amazing surgeon. So it's just funny that you're like bringing that up.
Absolutely. It is just crazy. And then my mom would get mad at him because my dad, I like to think I'm a very nice person. My whole family's like that, where my dad would help people out and he would not charge them. And
yeah.
my mom would get me like,
charge 'em.
you need to charge them. You gotta get something out of this. Like, you're helping people. And I just can't. I feel bad. They're going through a hard time. I'm here to help them out.
Yeah.
And so it was just like back and forth, like,
He could have been the mafia doctor.
yeah.
Really, he probably was like the local mafia doctor.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. So
Heck yeah. You just got to charge a lot more.
He's got millions of dollars just in the backyard.
stuffed in
buried.
the driveway.
yeah, we just don't know about it.
Don't
Yeah.
know about it yet.
Yeah, you'll find out about it later.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about it, and I'll cut it out. But what do you want to talk about your sister? What happened? I didn't even know about this.
So it was, man, I don't even, was it 19 or 21? I forget. And I don't like to think about it.
We don't have to. Go.
No, it just, I mean, it was COVID came around, and I can say she was all, except my other two sisters and myself, we all depended on my sister. Like, she was the oldest sister. We all went to her. Anything we had, any problems, anything we needed, any advice, even my parents went to her. Like,
Yeah.
she was just amazing. And COVID came around, and we were living in Merced at the time. I had just bought a house, and she was living with me. And she just thought it was a cold, and it actually happened. I actually drove her to the hospital to Memorial, I think it was, on New Year's Eve.
Oh, damn.
Because a couple nights before, she's, man, it's hard. I can't catch my breath. I'm having a hard time. And it got to the point she said, hey, can you take me to the hospital? I'm like, dude, yeah, it's just a cold. I'll take you. Like, I'll pick you up. And she, you know, I remember we parked. I walked her through the front sliding doors, put a blanket on her. I said, hey, I'll wait in the car. You just tell me, you know, when they're going to release you and stuff. And then she was in there for, I would say, 2 weeks. And it just went going downhill. And then being in the fire service, you kind of, when you talk to the doctor and he tells you certain things, okay, I know it's not getting better.
Yeah.
Same thing with my dad. Like, the doctors, I was the contact. So when things started going downhill, they're like, she got COVID pneumonia and it's attacking her lungs pretty bad. And I'm like, all right, well, that's good. Like, they have antibiotics. What can they do? And they're like, we're going to try to do, you know, whatever we can do to, you know. And then we get a phone call, and they're like, all right, it looks like one of her lungs has just bursted open.
Damn.
She's losing air. So we're seeing, like, bubbles in her skin. Her skin, like, they kind of described it as, like, Rice Krispies. Like, you'll see little just, like, bumps throughout the skin. That's because she's losing air, and it's all going,
It's
like,
just
underneath
going-
her skin.
Damn.
And so when they told me that, and I called my dad, and I told him that, he's like, we just knew. We just knew, like,
It's not going in a good
All right.
direction.
yeah. If the lungs are weak enough to not hold air no more, and she's losing air, we're just like, and I'll always remember this because when the doctor called me and told me, like, hey, she's losing air out of her lung, and I called my dad and I told him, like, hey, where are you? And I'm picking up food and gonna go drop it off at the house. I was like, all right, I'll meet you there. I gotta tell you something, because I didn't want to tell him. I already knew. I didn't want to tell him.
Yeah.
And I remember we get home and I meet him in the driveway, and I told him, doctor just called me, and her name was Sophie. I was like, Sophie's losing air out of her lung. And I just remember he dropped on his knees, dropped the food, because he knew she's not doing good. And then next, you know, like 2 days later, like, they went, because they weren't allowing people to go
I would
see
say it
the
was
patients.
during that time, huh?
And they begged, can we just please, like, my mom and my dad and the priest, they begged to let a priest go in with them. And they did. And my dad just says it always stuck in his mind. They were draining her lungs, and it was just pus, just filling up syringes. It was just trying to suck out as much. And then once he walked out, he's like, we're going to lose my daughter. And then she passed away. So COVID took her, but
Damn.
still remember her.
Yeah, of course.
Strong, so.
Of course, man. I didn't know
She
that.
keeps us together, so. But yeah, I mean, thanks to her.
How much older was she than you?
So, oh, dude, I'm so bad with numbers. Don't even ask me. I just know she's the oldest, because I'm 34. My other sister's 35, 37. So I'm guessing she'd probably be 40.
Okay, so she's like roughly
Yeah,
6 years
yeah.
older. Gotcha.
If I had to guess, dude. I'm so bad with numbers, dude. Birthdays and stuff like that.
Which your other sister, did they just had a baby recently, right? She came by the station a few months ago.
Stephanie, yeah, my sister Stephanie. Yeah.
They got the whole
They
football
got a whole.
team, dude.
They don't mess around, man. They pretend like they don't have TVs at home. But yeah, they got 7 kids now.
7 kids.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They got a whole squad.
What
7
the?
kids, yeah. And they're all in soccer. They're every weekend they're running around everywhere.
Busy.
Yeah, kids are pretty good in soccer.
Does your
So I
sister
gotta-
stay at home at least?
She is.
Okay,
yeah.
I was saying.
Her husband, he's an engineer for a supervisor engineer for PG&E.
Dude, they came by the station, and you know those like when the scientists get shocked and your hair's like that. Dude, that's his hair was just. I could tell he's got 7 kids because his hair, man. Was, nah.
Yeah, no, man,
I came to
they're
station, like,
amazing.
you guys got beers. Or something?
Yeah, beautiful family. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
super
why-
cute family.
I mean, but I tell them, you guys literally got almost a whole soccer
Dude.
team. Like you guys.
Starting 5 and 2 subs in basketball.
No, yeah. So yeah, she's a stay-at-home mom, 7 kids, and then my other sister Denise, she has 4 kids, and she works for, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Delhi School District.
Yeah.
And then her husband's a sergeant.
Bro, you guys are slacking.
Why?
You
I don't
have no
we're
7
good
kids.
with 2.
Yeah,
We're good with 2.
You guys are short
No,
on kids, dude.
I can tell you that growing up, my thing was like 4 kids. I want 4 kids, no matter what.
Yeah.
I'll be happy with 4 kids, dude. Now that I got 2, and we got 2 at the same time, my wife and I were like,
There's no
we're
difference.
good with 2.
There's no difference between 2 and 4.
Oh man, it is hard having 2
What's
at
your
the
wife
same
do?
time. She's a nurse, RN nurse, but for hospice. She works for hospice.
Okay.
She loves it. I give her props, man. I don't know how she does it. I
Yeah.
always tell her, like, go work at the hospital as an RN, but no, man, she loves doing the hospice thing. And everybody always tells her, like, how do you do the hospice? Isn't it hard? But her thing is she loves helping the families until, their loved ones pass. And she loves knowing that I helped this family as much as possible and I made their, loved ones comfortable. And so it's a hard career too. Cause I mean, she's come home so many times where I had a young patient passed away and I got to know the family because that was my patient for over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she starts crying. I was like,
Yeah.
It's a
you
different.
love doing this.
It's different because I talked to my wife about it too, because sometimes she's like, you're not empathetic. You have no empathy. And I'm like, okay, you spend 12 hours with that patient and then they're there for multiple shifts.
Build a relationship.
Build a relationship. I see them for somewhere between 10 and 40 minutes and then
Do our
that's it.
job and boom.
then I go to the next one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why it's, whatever.
Yeah.
I got to
And
move
then
on.
there's times where, my wife's, you have no feelings and you don't care about it. I was like, I do, I swear, I promise.
It's just different.
I got to drop it and I got to care about the next person. Then drop it, care about the next person. So,
Yeah.
No, that's hard. That's a rough
Dude.
hospice.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no thanks.
Hospice, so, yeah. I mean, the good thing about her career is that, her job is she works from 8 to 5 and weekdays. So she's home afternoon.
Yeah.
She's home on the weekend. So
Are you guys still, you bought a house in Merced?
no, we're in Merced. We live in
Merced.
Merced, yeah.
Merced, so you guys are still there.
We're still there.
Is your parents there?
My parents, the rest of my family lives in Atwater.
Close enough.
Close enough, yeah.
Okay.
And then thing is, like, my sisters all bought houses near my parents' house. And when we were looking for a house, it was like, I want to live close to my parents, but I want to.
You don't want to be like
little gap,
walking distance.
little distance.
You don't want to be everybody loves Raymond.
Yeah, everyone's always there. You know what I mean? And so we live like near Merced,
Okay.
behind the now closed Merced County, 85 Station 85, right, that neighborhood right behind there. So it's close enough to where we take the kids to my parents if they need to watch them or visit and stuff like that. But we still have that little distance where they call us if they want to come visit, or we call them.
Yeah, make
show
sure
up.
you got a heads up.
Yes,
Like, we gotta clean the house a little bit.
Exactly.
You're not just showing up.
Oh yes, but
No, it's tough.
yeah, man, it's a good life.
Yeah, for sure. So did you just start teaching with the academy recently in the past couple of years?
Yeah, I would say at least 4 years now. I've been
Okay.
teaching at the MJC. And then I also work for an outside company, MedCore, where we go around the country and we actually teach like private industry, hazmat response. So before I got in the fire service,
Big
I
hazmat
actually,
nerd.
yeah, I know. Propellers.
We all need one.
Right? Yeah, before I got in the fire service, I used to be a safety technician at the packaging plant. They actually had an on-site response team, hazmat response team, because they had anhydrous ammonia. And I just remember one of the days, they had contracted a company to come in and teach the on-site team. And I'm like, hey, I'm volunteering. Like, how do I get involved in this? And I was blessed to get involved with it, and then eventually took over the team. And that's kind of where I fell in love with the hazmat thing. And then I remember they had responded out to actually that plant for an anhydrous ammonia release on the roof. And I remember when I was volunteering, as a PCF. I hated the fact that I couldn't get my hands involved in it was more like, hey, help set up for the team that's going to go in, and just watching the guys get suited up. And I'm just like, here, you need another toe, or here's a boot or something, you know what I mean? And I was like, dude, I want to be those guys that actually going in. Like, nobody else can go in. It's just the guys that are suiting up. And from there, it's like, all right, I'm liking the hazmat. I hate the chemistry. Don't ask me the chemistry stuff.
Numbers
I just like the
and
fact,
chemistry.
I like the fact that you get to suit up, and it's only you and the team that's going in with you that go in to fix the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This specific thing. And so from there, I was like, just started getting more involved. And then when they contracted that company to come teach one of the years, the lead guy found out that, saw me actually helping teach the Spanish speakers.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, like, you're pretty good at Spanish teaching this stuff. And from there, they offered me a job to go teach around the country with them. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I would never turn that down. So had the opportunity to travel around, teach hazmat response stuff, and then teach some classes in Spanish too. The majority of the time is at the MJC, Modesto Junior College, teaching for the college academies there.
How you like doing that?
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I love it just because, any topic I'm teaching, just walking into the classroom it always runs through my mind where, dude, it feels so good because at one point in my life, I was sitting in that seat, man, with seeing all the young guys there. Dude, I know how hard it was to get this job. I sat through there, and now going back and teaching is like, it's such a good feeling, like fulfilling, where I was like,
Coming full circle.
yeah, man, now I'm helping you accomplish your dream. And it's just, it's a good feeling.
Does it revitalize you?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It feels good. I know a lot of people is like, man, I don't know. I'm not much of a, good at teaching, or, I just like doing my job. For me, it's just, I love doing my job, but I love giving back to the next generation that's trying to come up.
Yeah.
'Cause it's different now. You're seeing the young ones coming up. It's not like when we're not old. We're not old, but I'm saying when we were trying to get picked up and the stuff we had to do to get picked up, it's like you guys said, like, volunteer for 8 years and had to get a degree, and, had to go like politic and stuff, trying to get a job anywhere you could. And now it's just, you're 18?
First or second
you got a license?
application.
Oh, yeah, here, we'll put you through an academy. It's like, oh, yeah, that's crazy.
And my journey was different from your guys's, but I was like the last year that they actually interviewed for Firefighter 1s. They don't interview anymore. So now you just, if you either hit a threshold and you qualify for engine, or like now I think everybody's going to the crew.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, if you start, you're going to the crew. But 2017 was the last year that they did Firefighter 1 interviews.
And was that the last year they put you through a full academy, not a
Yeah, so
longer
he didn't-
academy?
yeah, the 169 or whatever it was, 179 Cal Fire Basic.
Oh, yeah, I took that trying to get picked up.
But so I didn't have it. I had a Firefighter 1, but I didn't go through, like, MJC will actually, they set you up. They get you that. I didn't have it. So when I applied and everything, I didn't have it. They were like, oh, we'll put you through a 21-day academy in-house. And that was the last year they did that too.
That's right.
I know. I applied for a season for Cal Fire 2 times.
No?
Luck. No. Before I got picked up, obviously, with Turlock.
Yeah, they were really big really big at the time on politicking, because they weren't like hiring as heavy as obviously they have for the last like 6 or 7 years. They were like, if you didn't politic, you weren't getting.
It was tough because I remember, putting in your time, you're volunteering, you're going to school, and was like, man, I'm doing all the right things. And guys would tell me, like, do you need a politic or.
It's a weird job, right? Like nowhere else do you do that.
Yeah.
Where you go and bring them steaks and cookies or whatever. I say steaks because my buddy Patty brought.
Dude, and I also remember, like, when the EOC opened up in Merced County, I was still volunteering, and they had called me up and, dude, you want to get picked up seasonal? He's like, we're looking for, it wasn't like a maintenance job, but it was like, we're offering the job to, volunteer, whoever wants to come clean up the office and pick up the trash and stuff. I'm like, damn, man, does it have to get to a point where I need to go clean up offices and stuff so I can get a job?
Another way to
am
get
I
your
not
name
proving
out there.
myself? You know what I mean?
Well, then
I turned down the job.
I was watching guys that were like 18 and breathing, no life experience, no nothing, just straight out of the academy, and they were getting jobs and I wasn't. I was like, what am I doing? I suck at interviewing, obviously.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as you start talking.
As soon as I start talking, people are like, okay, this guy's out.
Yeah. But now, now being in the positions we are, dude, when you see the young ones come in, like being on probation, dude, the stuff, like, you see them, like, stuff that they don't know, or life just experience in
Life
general
experience,
is just it's funny seeing it happen. And it's like, man, it's it's so different. Back then you had to be like, well-rounded, know a little bit of everything. And now it's, I mean,
Just show up.
yeah, just show up. And good story. I'm not gonna say the name, but very good friend. He's not with us no more. He got picked up Bay Area department, but probably the youngest guy we've hired. Started probation. I was an engineer. I believe Jason Bernard was my captain. I'll say his name. Lucas.
LD, I'm trying to get him on.
Lucas
Yeah, yeah.
Delgado. Usually you gotta get
I'm trying to get him on. Yeah,
Youngest kid, dude. When he came in, so green.
he was like 19.
He was, yeah, so green. I was just like, man, he's so excited, dream job, so young. I was like, dude, you're a firefighter at 19, career full-time job. But when being on probation, the things he would do is just, you could tell how young he was and how like inexperienced, just in life in general. Sorry, Lucas, I gotta say this story, brother, but it's a good story. I think it was like the first weekend he was working with us, and we do yards on the weekend, Sundays. And we were at Station 31, and so that has the biggest lawn that you got to mow and stuff.
Yeah.
And he tried to beat me to the lawnmower, and he got the lawnmower, and he gets us started. I'm like, cool, dude. All right, you do the mowing, I'll do the edging and stuff. And so he starts mowing, and I get the edger started. I'm walking up, and he had done 3 rows already. And I'm walking, and from a distance, I look at him, and dude, biggest cheeser. I got this. I'm good. Like, and I was just giving him a thumbs up, and I was like, all right, he's doing it. Cool. Like, he knows how to run the mower and stuff. And I walk behind him as he's mowing the lawn, dude. And I walk behind him, and I look, I'm like, damn, why does the grass still look the same? It does not look like it's.
Like you didn't have the blade going or what?
Bro, I walk up to him, and I already knew just hearing the mower. And then I grab the lever and I pull it up, and the blade starts up, and he looks at me and he's just, please don't tell nobody. That was his only words, please don't tell nobody. And I was like, bro, now I'm telling everybody.
Oh, poor Lucas,
But
bro.
he was trying so hard, to impress. And it's just, bro, like, your intentions are good. I love it because you're trying hard and stuff. I was like, but you got a long ways to
That's
to go.
funny.
And it was just awesome seeing him grow. And now he's what?
Crushing
Hayward?
it in Hayward, yeah, doing
Yeah,
big
so
things.
He's grown up.
Yeah, his dad was fired too, so he knew all the right things to do, and he, like you say, he was trying to do all the right things.
Exactly.
That's funny.
He's a go-getter, but it was just those little things. It was like,
That's hella
please
funny.
don't tell
I don't think I ever heard that story. He never told me that.
No? No. Did he ever tell you about his hair catching on fire?
No,
31 too.
no.
Yeah, because the oven, the stove at 31. One of the burners. She's a little sensitive
for sure.
And first time he was gonna try to cook, and he was trying to turn it on, and I'll tell her like, hey man, like, there's a little lighter on the sides. She's a little sensitive. Sometimes she won't start. Sometimes she will. And I was like, just be careful, because she'll catch you off guard. And he's trying it, and every time he like tries to turn it on, I see him getting closer and closer, like trying to see, And I was like, hey, Lucas, be careful, bro. He's all right. And next thing you know, and he turns and looks at me, and his hair's all smoking. He burned the hair. I was like, I told you, dude. I told you she was sensitive.
Oh, that's good. Well,
Good stories.
We gotta
man. I
get
love
him
that
on
guy.
for sure.
I like that guy.
Yeah, super good dude.
Yeah.
Sad to see him go. A couple years in,
Yeah. But
he's getting jacked now. Have you seen his freaking?
I haven't.
Instagram?
No, I haven't been on social media.
Got a big Bay Area job. Bought a freaking jet ski, and he's getting all jacked.
Is he?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's good, man.
I know.
There's it.
Happy
Worked
for him.
So.
Happy for him for sure.
Yeah.
You got hired 2018?
18.
With Jeff and those guys?
Yeah. 2018, man. That was, I think it was, we got hired, and then I think it was one more hiring after us, if I'm not mistaken, and then that's when we stopped doing our own
Yeah, they
hiring
went to the
academies.
MST Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was you guys and then Zach and them.
Yeah. And I think that was it.
Zach
I'm
and
not
Seth.
mistaken.
I think you're right.
But it sucks, man, because that was, I could say, one of the best academies. I mean, in-house, but it was tough. They didn't mess around, and once you got done with that academy, like, you knew so much more, than when you entered. And it was badass. I mean, I wasn't the best student, I'll tell you that. There's so
Ask
many
Jeff,
times
it's
where
okay.
I was like,
He'll say he was, so
yeah, he'll say,
you know how he is.
oh, I had it down, dude.
I don't know because he won't come on.
Oh, you won't, huh?
That's fair too.
Yeah,
I was like,
What did you say? You said you were on Mexican time, and that's why you were late. Yeah, I guess he's still on that.
He's still.
Yeah, you know,
If he.
he's a trophy husband, so
Oh, he is.
It's funny.
He needs to get out here.
he does need to come out here.
I remember when we got hired and the first time we met to get sized up for our gear, and I pulled up and I saw him. I was like, damn, dude, I got to compete against this guy in the academy. I was a little jealous. Like, this could look all cleaned up and shit.
Super
like,
clean all the
all
time.
fucking fit. And I was just like, damn, Jeff.
They have his truck at the time too.
No, he didn't
have
his
that
truck.
yet.
No, I don't remember what vehicle he had, but it was just a little, damn, I'm competing against these guys in this academy. Right? Him and like Nick Cal. Nick Cal was a little hard.
Was Burdick with you guys?
Yeah. But Bird,
you were like, oh, tall,
Burdick
goofy
was
looking
hella
dude.
chill stuff, man.
Yeah.
I knew I was gonna get along with him very well quickly, dude. And I have a story. He saved my life in the academy, dude. I thought I would have. I probably
I
would have
think I've
lost
heard
my
this one. I
job
think I know what you're talking about.
in the
Yeah,
academy, dude.
you definitely have not.
It was we were doing hose deployments up to I think third story of the tower, and they were smoking out the tower, and he was my backup, and I don't know if the instructors were following us to the third story or they were just letting us go do it, but I was nozzle man, and we made it to the third floor, dude, and I could not see it was all smoked out, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna open up the bell, dude. Open up the bell. Foop. I have my hands, dude. And I'm like, right away, I look back, Burdick, I lost the hose, man. Help me find the hose. And I'm thinking, like, I'm going to lose my job. Like, you never let go of the bell, you know? You never lose the hose. And I'm just on the ground, like, help me, Burdick. And he's like,
Roster will lit you up.
dude. And he's trying to fight it, too. And I was like, please, Burdick, help me find this damn hose, man. And he found the hose and got the bell. Here, man, take it back. And I walked out. Oh, they saw me. They had the tick. They definitely saw me lose the hose and walked out of the tower and
Didn't say a word.
nothing, dude. So every time Burdick brings it up, like, dude, I saved your life. It's like, you saved my job, dude. I was scared on that one. I fuckered up once that hose was out of my hands.
I
Oh,
bet.
dude.
Who was the lead for that academy? Was Chad?
That's when, Chad was the lead, and then like you had Mikey Mungray, Dale Meldon. Those were like the two. Carrillo helped out. JJ was definitely big on the academy, but all those guys had the experience, dude. The classes, the years, and so it's like you were learning from them. You were set. You know what I mean? And then they all went to the Bay Area or other departments.
Yeah.
For better things.
Was Timco there?
Timco was there. Yep. He was there. I remember Meldon. I would say out of all the instructors, like Meldon was like the hardest one on him.
Really?
Yeah, he was. I mean, I love you, Meldon, but when I first met Meldon, I hated Del Meldon. He lost my respect like right off the bat. Just and I
ripping you
get
or
it, like
what?
when you're on probation, guys are gonna be dicks. And they're gonna, you're gonna have to prove yourself to
Yeah.
stuff. Which I see it a little different, but at that time was like my thought was, hey, I'm going to give you my everything. I'm going to respect you. I'm going to show you respect, But I had never been in a position where somebody didn't respect you back when you showed them respect. So in that initial introduce yourself to, the guys in the department, you're expected in return. And when I introduced myself to Dale Meldon and I try to shake his hand, it always sticks in my mind where I was like, hey, good morning, Engineer Meldon. I stick my hand out to shake it, and he looks at me, and he just turns around and walks away.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
And I was like,
There's always got to be that one guy
you
in the
just lost
academy.
all my respect. I hate you so bad right now.
He was just bad cop. He was a good cop, bad cop.
Which I got to know him after the fact, and I love the guy. But at first, it's like, Meldon, I freaking hate you. dude. Like, just leave me my hand. There's like, that's the least you can do is shake my hand,
Had to set the tone for you guys, man.
And that's where I was like, reality check. These guys are going to be hard.
Yeah.
They're going to be hard for a reason, and you got to prove yourself. And once you gain their trust, then
You're good.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was definitely the hardest dude. Another academy story is we were doing live fire burns in the tower, and they always taught us you check your pattern before you go in. And I did, and I remember because Chad was right next to me. Opened up the bell. It was fog, so I turned it straight stream. We go up, and they always tell you always check it before you open up inside too, because it'll move around going up the stairs, bumping into stuff. And at that time, I didn't think about it. I was like, I checked it outside. I'm good. And opened it up, and it was fog pattern again. And next thing you know, like Meldon's in my ear. You shut that nozzle down. Get out of my tower. And I was like, all right, I lost my job. And dude, so he could get out of my tower, and I, walk out, and we're all in a circle. And I'm literally telling the guys like, hey, it was nice meeting you. Dude. Like, it was fun having, being here with you guys. I just messed up real bad in there. And next thing you know, dude, Meldon comes out running from the tower, rips off his mask, throws his leather helmet, dude, just launches it. And he just gets up in my face. Don't you ever fucking open up a fog nozzle in the fire. You just burned us in there. You burned your guys. And I was like, whoa, damn, was it that bad? You know what I mean? Because you're learning at the time. And he's just like, yeah, you just fucking burn us. And then I was like, all right, my job is done here. Like,
I bet you never did that again, though.
I never did that again, dude. Never did that again. Yeah. And then they're like, we had the old ambulance out there.
Yeah.
And they're like, everybody
Field
get in the
rehab.
box. And we all sat in there, and everyone's, dude, what did you do? And I was talking to the guys. And next thing you know, I look out the window, and you can see Meldon was talking to Chad. And then Meldon comes in the box, and he's, dude, I know you checked your pattern outside, but you got to check it inside too.
Yeah.
And so it was just kind of like, oh, I think I'm all right.
Yeah.
I think here we go. But they got to teach you, dude, so you don't screw up on the real job,
Got to have a bad cop in your academy, dude.
Yeah.
It's not me, but
It was the best academy ever, though, man.
It's not usually me.
you're
I'm
like the medium cop.
I'm like the douchebag.
Okay, so there's a
They're like-
douchebag, there's a bad cop, there's a good cop,
Yeah.
there's the chill guy,
I just can't be mean. I'm the nice dude, no matter.
soft.
Yes.
That's soft.
Hey,
I can be mean.
I'll be straightforward. I can be mean. You just got to screw up pretty bad. Has to be a bad.
Takes a
Yeah,
lot.
a lot to get me pissed off. Yes. But
Yeah, it depends on the environment, I guess. I try not to be, and then I catch myself being like a real dick, and I'm like, wasn't my intention, but you really pissed me off.
I mean, yeah, you.
I can't do that. And Eddie always tells me, he was like, dude, you're too nice. Stop being so freaking nice. I was like, I can't, dude.
Yeah.
So it's not in my blood. But, when I have, a new firefighter, I always tell him, like, I'm going to treat you as a person. I'm going to respect you. I'm not going to treat you like you're, nothing, because if shit hits a fan at one point in our lives, I want you to want to help me. You know what I mean? If I get into trouble, like, I want you to help me. I don't want to be the guy that's a dick where you're going to think twice. No, that guy's a dick to me all the time. Should I help him?
Yeah.
So I always tell him, like, I'll respect you. I'm gonna make you successful. We're gonna go through this together. But if you ever do something that will, like, lose my respect or lie to me or do something that'll make me look bad, like, I won't. If you screw up, I'm not gonna call you out in front of everybody and make you look like you're the worst person ever. We're gonna step aside. We're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna make sure it never happens. I was like, so we look out for each other. But if once you lose that trust, then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, with me, I'll be the nicest guy. You lose my trust, you lie, or you do something like you screw me behind my back, that's it. I'm done with you.
Yeah.
That's it.
How has that transition been for you promoting to captain? Because you were engineer for 3. You were like
I was a firefighter for 3 years.
3.
I was an engineer for exactly 1 year.
Oh, that's right. It was fast.
My goal was always 3 years in each rank. That's what I always wanted to do. I always thought, 5 years in each rank is what it kind of going through prepping for my career.
And when you got hired, that was normal.
That was normal.
That was super normal.
Yeah, no less than 5 years
Yeah.
before you promoted to engineer. And then, everybody left to the Bay Area, and it's just like 3 years in, it's like, hey, you want to prep to become an engineer? I was like, damn, that came by fast. But I also grew up always knowing, learning that if an opportunity shows up,
Yeah, you gotta take it.
take it, because you'll never know if you'll ever get that chance again. And so when the opportunity came up to promote to engineers, yeah, I'll take it, And sometimes you think, am I ready for it? Dude, I've only been a firefighter 3 years. There's so much more to learn.
Yeah.
But the other thing I always think is they're not going to give you a job just to give you a job. Like, they, the chiefs, the higher ups, you got to some way prove to them that you're
You can do the
prepared
job.
for the job. They're not just going to hand you a job. So I'm thinking, if my higher ups are telling me, like, hey, we want to offer you a promotion, it's because they feel like I can do this job. And so why would I turn it down if they're, you know what I mean? If somebody from the outside's telling me, like, you're good, dude. Like, you proved yourself. You know you can do your job. Like, we're offering this to you. So I wouldn't turn it down. And so I promoted to engineer. I was an engineer for exactly 1 year. I would say out of all 3 positions, not that I hated engineer, I just wouldn't want to be an engineer for a long time. So I was happy it was only just 1 year.
That's funny.
I don't know why. Maybe the fact that if you're first in on the fire, like you're stuck outside and everybody is having fun.
You get about 10 minutes of fun work.
Let
And
me pull this. Yeah. It's always want to be involved in the action. But yeah, exactly 1 year. And then, job opening or promotion opening for captain came up. And same thing where it got offered to me. And I was like, absolutely, I wouldn't turn it down. But I mean, we're a very young department. And do I wish sometimes that I had more years, in each rank? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, just the guys that taught our academy when we got hired and now they're in the Bay Area, it's like they had at least 10 to 12, 13 years in. And just seeing how much, knowledge they had of the job was like, man.
I feel like we're a super young department. It's been a hiring spree
Everywhere.
lately. Yeah. And then, so, I mean, we just did an engineer academy and some of the guys have been there for a couple years or whatever. Like it's somewhere in that rank of like 1 to 2 years. Some of them, and I talked to a couple of them and yeah, they had a couple of them had life experience, but they were 2 years on a crew. That's their experience. No volunteer, no nothing, 2 years on a crew. And then now they're an engineer. And I'm not saying you can't do it. I apologize if I'm offending anybody. It's not my intention, but
experience is
different.
You've never experienced it before.
yeah, because a crew is a completely different animal.
Yeah.
Like
It's a different job.
I really enjoy the people that came from some kind of volunteer background because I feel like you got a lot of experience that way. And even though the captains and chiefs and stuff probably been volunteers the entire time and work for TID or something,
Yeah.
they have a lot of on the job knowledge to pass on to you. So I don't know. I like the guys that came from volunteering for a couple years.
You also get to make a lot of your dumb mistakes as a volunteer.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of as paid guys,
Especially if you become a driver.
Driving is the big one.
And then you get all of that out of your system when you're an engineer driving for a volunteer department. And then when you come to and you're paid now, like you are a little bit more professional acting the way you're driving.
It's a totally different. It's a totally different ball game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like the guys that come having some volunteer experience and not just 2 years on a.
You also know the struggle of volunteering for however long you.
Yeah, and it's not fair for me to be like everybody needs to volunteer.
No.
8 years. It's not fair for me to be like you need to have 5 years in every single rank. That's just not the way it's going now.
I know. Yeah.
Like you can want it, but if you pass up on those opportunities, if you would have passed up on the engineer, who says that?
Now I would be doing an MST.
And then what if
Academy.
what if he was your boss?
It's easy, bro.
Now Louis would
You want Lou to be your boss? I don't.
Oh,
I don't want to work for that guy. He's the worst.
He's a good.
I want to be a battalion for you, dude. I'm going for it.
Do you apply for? Do you guys have a captain spot opening?
Nah, not yet.
How long
No,
you
I'm
said
not
becoming
going
soon?
to apply to answer your question.
How long you been an engineer? 2 years.
Yeah, I just hit my step. So yeah, 2 years.
You a lifer? Not a lifer, but
Nah, not a lifer, but I want to spend some time in the seat. I like it. I enjoy
I'll definitely
driving.
want to be in the captain's spot for a long time.
Yeah.
There's no
See, the
motivation to jump up to be.
The cool part is I have enough seniority that I don't ever have to work for Diego too. So it's like I'm in a good spot. You know what I mean?
True. Sure.
Nah.
True.
How old are your kids now?
A little over 2.5.
2.5. So you were promoting right around the same time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How was that transition from being a, non-kid fireman to now having two and that like whole, you're on probation for your captain's thing. And how was that whole thing?
It's completely different. Obviously, when no kids, I mean,
Yeah.
you're just full on, like, I'm concentrated just about me, basically, trying to get it. Once you have a family, dude, it's like you're a family man. Like, you concentrate on family, but you still, you have to continue on with your career, seeking different opportunities. So it was a big change. It was a big change, especially because, I mean, just to have kids, my wife, we were trying to have kids for at least 3 to 4 years. It wasn't happening. And so that's when we decided, hey, what about this foster parenting thing? Should we try that if we can't have kids? And so we did the whole process to become foster parents, and we got approved, finally got put on the list. And then right after we got put on the list, my wife finds out she's pregnant.
feel like that's like a typical story.
And it was just like,
It's cool though.
it was just like, and we had to literally sit down like, hey, do we want to stay on the list? We've been blessed. We're going to have a baby. But then we're just like, well, we did all this to help a child out. You know what I mean? We couldn't have a kid, but we're like, let's help a child out. And now we have the opportunity to help a child out. Like, why would we back out of it? And so she was 7 months pregnant. We get a phone call and they tell us, hey, we have a newborn. She was born last night, midnight. And they called us like 9 o'clock in the morning. We were actually driving back from Pismo. We were doing our, the baby moon or whatever, before she was going to have her baby, our last trip. And on the way back, they called and said, hey, mom just had her at midnight and safe surrendered her right then and there. And
Damn.
literally we're driving, we're looking at each other, like, yeah, we'll head to the hospital right now to see the baby. And they're like, all right. And so we got home, obviously, unloaded our stuff, and we were straight to...
And she's 7 months pregnant.
She was 7 months pregnant at the time.
What's the deal with safe surrender right there? Is there a certain amount of time frame where she could change her mind?
Yeah, the mother has 13 days. 13 days to change.
So day 14, she changed her mind?
Yeah.
It's SOL?
So
That's it.
they said mom was pretty adamant about, I don't want nothing to...
Young? You didn't get to meet the mom, I'm guessing?
Young? No. The county workers or caseworkers, they can't give you no information.
Yeah.
Parents. But it was somebody who was currently like homeless, doing drugs and stuff like that, very young. And they say, yeah, she had the baby and didn't want nothing to do with the baby and signed off. And so they told us like there's 13 days where she can come back. Only she can come back for the baby. Like it can't be family. Mm-hmm. And after there's 13 days, there's no information. Like the family can never come back and seek information. It basically cuts all information. It like separates.
It would have to be your child that seeks out to see if.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
For that 13 days, were you or your wife like nerve wracked?
Oh, dude. Yeah, we were because I mean the baby.
It's not like a puppy.
She was full term. Yeah.
It's a little different.
I'm not familiar either.
I've never actually gotten a puppy either, so
No, a little different. No, but so, and the funny thing is, she didn't even name the baby or nothing because she gave up rights right away. So the baby was known as baby girl. So that was on the documents. It was baby girl Doe. So when they let us go see the baby, they're like, yeah, here's baby girl Doe. And we're like, can we hold her? And so that first day, she was in arms. So basically, it's like, we would tell when, obviously, she grows up and she understands, like, day one, like, we were here, you're day one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely nerve-wracking because you're like, man, what happened? What if the mom comes back or something? And we didn't know all the answers. So it's like, what if family comes back? And what if they start searching for her?
Yeah.
We don't want to get so attached. And the baby was full term, but the mom was on drugs. So she did have like fentanyl in her system.
Damn, that's crazy.
And so full term, she was 4 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So tiny little baby, tiny, like fit in a palm basically. But every day we were there. Like we spent all day there. She was in the
had to
hospital
go for the 13 days or was it?
Oh, she was in the hospital for 2 months.
Okay, because it was
Withdrawals. She was going
Gotcha.
through withdrawals and a lot of complications. So they transferred her to Valley Children's.
Yeah.
She was there for 2 months. So we were driving every day.
Gotcha.
The baby was going through withdrawals?
Yeah. Yeah, because she had fentanyl in her system.
From day one, that's crazy.
Jesus.
So
I wonder if she enjoyed the fentanyl.
I felt good.
Damn, that's wild though. And then
Yeah.
2 months later, you're having another baby.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Real quick, what's the process to become a foster?
So
It's not foster. I mean, you're not fostering. You're like,
it started also as foster parenting.
okay.
So you can sign up for like foster parent. It's foster to adopt. It's basically what we signed up for. So there's like different options where, I just want to foster.
The old lease to own,
Lease own.
Yeah. And this one's foster to adopt. So if we're going to do it, like eventually we want to adopt.
Yeah.
And so we did the foster to adopt. And so you fill out the application. They have to come inspect your home. You have to do some classes like CPR certified, things like that, which both of us already had with our careers. And then once they kind of do a background check on you and everything's approved, and they're like, all right, now you're on the list. Dude, once we got put on the list, we were getting phone calls like multiple days a week. like
Really?
at all times of the day.
You want that one?
Dude,
Is that kind
it
of
was
is it used car
we
sales?
were so surprised. We were surprised how many phone calls we got. And it would
Wow.
be like 2 in the morning and there's, hey, it's social worker, we got a baby. Can you take it in? We're like, no, we don't have nothing ready yet. I mean, we could, but we're just like,
It just wasn't the right time.
it wasn't the right time.
Can you give the option to just strictly adopt?
Usually that isn't an option.
Oh, you have to foster.
Because usually if the family, they're going to give the parents the opportunity to try to fight back for the child or to prove that they can care for the child. Mm-hmm. So like my sister, she adopted some of her children, one of her child. And it was like a 3-year process because they were allowing the parents to kind of like, hey, you need to get clean off of drugs. You need to, be able to show us that you can care for this child. And so at the same time, they're giving the parents like rights for visiting.
I like your situation better.
Ours was
Clean.
I was 6 months and the baby was ours, basically.
Okay.
It was just that it usually does not happen. Even Merced County, talking to the social workers, are like, this is like our number 2 safe surrender case. It's usually this does not happen. It's usually 3 to 4 years before you adopt a child. And that's what it was for my sister. They had to take the child to Fresno multiple years to go visit the mom, and eventually mom stopped showing up to the visits, and it got to the point where like, all right, now you have the option to adopt this child.
So you have to wait out the
Yeah.
parent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What if the parent never stops? But then also
fighting.
never doesn't progress. Like it just, as long as they're trying, it could last forever, or is there a time?
I don't know how long the courts will wait before
Till
they're
they're
like,
18.
hey, okay, we're done with you.
Dang.
You're not trying to get your child back.
Yeah.
But for us, it's like mom was never involved, so it's like, all right, let's start filling out paperwork, and it was just a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
I have more jokes, but I'm not going to say it. It's all car related.
I kicked off lease to own, So
No, it sounds like his sister has got like a repo situation. She's trying to buy the car, but it was repoed. And
Just back and forth.
put back payments on it.
yeah, they're trying to make their payments. Anyway,
Dude,
sorry.
it's a
Sorry if
horrible
your sister
deal I
listens to
did.
this. I was just joking.
My sister, I mean, she went through it where like they would obviously give them a child.
Yeah.
And she had the child for a year.
Oh, no, that's...
And if I'm not mistaken, it was like a year. And then the parents finally got their stuff together, and they're like, all right, baby's going back. And my
That's
sister
so
and her
hard.
husband were devastated. They're like,
That's got to be so
that's our
hard.
little, that's our child now. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, we
Yeah,
just have
for
to hand the baby right back over now?
Yeah,
Like,
because
nothing?
and then at that point, you're like, can I get visitation rights?
Yeah. I got this child through all this hard time. We showed him all this stuff. And now not knowing where the environment this child's going to go back
Yeah.
to is, oh my God.
That's got to be so tough.
Yeah, that's probably what makes the
Horrible.
foster system, like as a good foster parent, I don't want to do it because I don't want that to happen. That's like worst case scenario, or one of worst cases. I'm sure there's way worse, but that I'm not thinking about.
Yeah, but that's pretty tough, though.
Yeah,
So, I mean, they went through that a couple times.
yeah,
And then
because
finally
I have a
figured out
Toyota
what
Corolla, and if someone tried to take my Toyota Corolla,
yeah, come at me.
you're not taking that thing.
Yeah.
I don't have any payments on that thing. Like, the insurance is good.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm a piece of shit person. I'm sorry. That was just funny. No, I was. That would have been. That's always been intriguing. Is like the adoption because you get told. I mean, I don't know any of them, but you get told there's so many kids out there that don't have families or anything like that, and it's like I'm I'm a rescue parent. That's what I would be.
Rescue.
I go rescue
Rescue puppies and babies. It's just
puppies and babies and kitties. She got her cat off of the Ring app.
It's just crazy how many children out there. Man.
really.
Like I said, we were getting phone calls.
I would say you
all
guys
the
probably.
time.
I couldn't do the things. I can't do what your sister went through. I can't.
Yeah.
You take the.
It's so.
After a year, okay, a couple months, I'd be like, oh, that sucks, but no big deal. Like, I know that'd probably be pretty rough, and I'm kind of nonchalant, but like a year,
It's a long time.
And then
That's
here,
so-
we're gonna go pick up the child.
yeah,
I was like, what?
Man, that's crazy.
fight me.
Yeah.
Fight.
I want to fight the dad.
Yeah. Yeah. Show us the parent. Yeah. Let us know that.
let me
we're going
look.
back to a better life.
Yeah.
Yeah, which life is better?
Exactly.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
And that's rough.
And it got to the point where we actually had to tell the social worker, like, hey, take us off the list. Like, we're adopting our, baby girl now, and like we have our own child too.
Yeah.
I think we're good with 2, and because we were getting so many phone calls.
Even after.
You're getting phone calls even though you're off the list? Is it
No,
kinda
not
like
no more,
telemarketer,
no.
where you're like, take me off your list, and then you're still getting phone calls?
Yeah, they understand.
Different agencies call.
The freaking military. The military call, like, stop calling me. Like, you want to join the army? I'm like, dude, I went to a CrossFit event and you guys made me sign a piece of paper to do the road challenge, and now I
your
can't
ass.
nonstop. They will not stop calling me. And I'm like, I don't want to
that
go.
paper was actually enlisting you.
Yeah, no. I was like a simple signature. I thought it was if you die, you
waiver.
die. You know, where the military's not going to pay for anything. Nope. It was basically trying to enlist me. I was like, oh, I messed up.
For sure.
They got a lot of people that day.
Oh,
They have 10-year-old kids and
Hey,
they're waiting. They're waiting.
they're waiting. They're waiting.
yeah, they had a countdown. They're like, when's his 18th birthday?
Oh, yeah.
Dang, so you went from 0 to 2
Dude,
in a
man,
couple
boy,
months.
And done, huh?
Yeah. I
Get
think
back on that list, dude. That was your
talking about-
childhood dream.
my wife is like, let's get through this, and then eventually, she had a lot of complications with little man, to where she wouldn't get pregnant again, but she's open to
The girl.
We have a boy and a girl.
Okay.
Yep. We had a little man, Diego, and then we adopted baby
There you
Everly.
go.
Diego. Gotta follow
That's what's your
name.
dad's name?
Diego.
Is he the third, or is there more than
How many?
is it the seventh?
No, it's the third.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, you're the second,
Yeah.
third. Okay.
Yeah, so.
that's cool.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and then when she had little Diego, it was tough because when we adopted Everly, when she was born, she had a virus. She has a virus that she got from her mom. It's called CMV.
We're gonna ask my wife when we
Yeah.
show.
And it's a virus that she's always gonna have, but it affects the infants when they're not born yet. So when she was in the womb, that's when they can have a lot of complications. So when she was born, they said a lot of the complications you'll see with children with CMV, it's like eyesight loss, vision loss, or hearing loss is the two biggest ones. And when Everly was born, they did a hearing test, vision test. Everything was like, oh, good, she's good. And then a couple months later, they did another hearing test, and they showed like hearing loss on the left ear. And they're like, yep, that's one of those signs of CMV. That's what it's going to attack. It can either attack those two.
Yeah,
And so eventually, she's a little over 2.5, but she has complete hearing loss on the left ear. So
wow.
now she has a cochlear implant. And so when Amanda had little man, when we were going to the hospital or when the first couple months of having the two children, she had to wear gloves. They said just because when she was 7 months pregnant and we were going to see Everly at the hospital, they said, yeah, you have to gown up, wear gloves, you have to wear a mask because you can give CMV to your baby just by touching her.
damn.
And so it kind of sucked because it was like, dude, everybody's, oh, you got to do that skin-to-skin contact with the child, so they get used to you. And it was just me. And Amanda kind of felt horrible. I want to hold my baby,
Of course, yeah.
But you can't because
For how long?
it's till after you have the baby. So once little man was born,
in the womb.
yeah, that's when it can affect them. It can still affect them after, but usually where they see the effect is when the baby's still in the
It's a
womb.
lot less
So they
likely.
told her like you can't no skin contact with the child, and
Damn.
So what's up with this 2025 implant? Like, is it
it's legit, dude. It's
Yeah?
pretty
is interior?
So it was a surgery where they put like a magnet right on the inside of her skin, right behind the ear, and then it's like a coil that goes all the way to like the cochlea, and it's like a little transmission where they have the little sound or little unit on the outside that hangs on the ear.
Yeah.
And it goes through there. It gets processed through the skin into the magnet, and it transfers through the coil.
Yeah.
And then that's where
Damn.
So is it like obviously your child's 2 years old, but what did the doctor say? Almost identical. Basically, they won't even notice.
they said that the child will have 99% hearing back. Like
That's better than what I have.
dude. Yeah, it's real good. They just said in the beginning,
My wife
it takes some
thinks you're-
adjusting because like for the child, right when they get the implant, it's more, a lot of kids say it sounds like a robot. The voice always sounds like a robot. So they have to do a lot of rehab or therapy to kind of get them used to that voice. And so they can kind of distinguish like a regular sound compared to.
Pretty soon they won't matter anyway. ChatGPT's gonna take over.
Yeah, true.
Everybody's gonna be a
Well,
robot.
she still has 100% hearing on the right ear.
Yeah.
So even if we take off the cochlear,
Yeah.
we call her name, she'll still turn around.
So does the magnet part that goes there? That's what charges.
No, we have to charge it every night. So she doesn't have to wear it when she's sleeping or
Sleep, yeah.
swimming. So at night we take it off and we just charge it in the mornings.
It only lasts 24 hours, you think?
A little over, but they just told us, they gave us 2 batteries. So
Yeah.
we just rotate batteries.
Yeah. Is
But
it Bluetooth?
yeah, dude, it was,
No way.
what's funny is Bluetooth.
Like she
and
can hook her phone up when she gets older? Just
yeah.
Straight to it?
We didn't know this, but we didn't know it would connect to Amanda's phone without us knowing. And so at one point, because it always
Skynet.
flashes a green light when it's receiving sound.
Yeah.
And then Amanda, like at one point, she's like, oh, I got a missed call. Like, it didn't ring or it didn't vibrate. What the heck? And then one day we're sitting there and she gets a phone call and we see her cochlear starts flashing blue. And then it was like, and I look and I'm like, dude, your phone's
No
connected
way.
to her cochlear. And we had to call the doctor at
Yeah,
audiologist.
Why am I hearing ring?
Yeah, we had to call the audiologist. Like, how do you, dude? We found out that it's connecting, and he had to teach us how to like disable it on the phone. I was like, oh yeah, you can connect your phone, and when she gets older, like she'll be able to hear like from the phone connected and stuff. Yeah, it's Bluetooth,
That's cool.
so it's pretty
Technology,
sweet.
huh?
That's actually pretty wild.
Yeah, and then they have this thing where it's a mic. We haven't used it yet, but it's a mic that's Bluetooth. So if I'm not around, if I'm not in sight of Everly, I can talk on the mic and it'll go right to her ear.
Oh, wow.
So she can be in the other room, like, Everly, come over here, and she can hear.
Get out of that.
Yeah, yeah. So it's cool. The device is pretty awesome. We were kind of nervous, putting our child through a surgery.
Of course,
like that,
yeah.
But it turned out awesome.
She's going to be so happy when she's like older and married and just can ignore her husband 100% from the one side.
She still can hear on the.
She's going to turn the head and be like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. I thought he was
What if she gets a
dead.
discount for noise canceling headphones, like just one?
He's
She look like the truck driver.
got the one side on.
Yeah,
But
she gonna save a lot of money.
you cannot tell that she has hearing loss.
That's
I
cool.
mean, obviously, the right ear kind of compensates for it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Until you talk to me, you can't tell that have a disability. I'm just I'm just dumb. So I get it. That's pretty cool, actually. I didn't know that was like a whole surgery.
yeah, it's a little magnet that connects.
So yeah, I guess it would have to be surgery, right? Because she has 100% hearing loss.
Yeah, she is 100%. And it kind
this stuff works. I'm learning things.
It started off like, oh, here's a hearing aid. Give her a hearing aid, and then from there, like they started doing more tests. And, okay, the hearing aid's not helping her.
Yeah.
Now we got to go to the next thing, and it got to a point where like, all right, yeah, she's complete hearing loss, and cochlear implants like the only option now if you want her to hear out of that ear.
Yeah.
And the thing that sucks is that with the CMV that she has, it can still affect her up to like they say up to the biggest changes they see is H2 LS is where they see the.
Oh, it's the first 2
And
years.
it can still affect her up to like age 18. So they sell.
So to monitor it.
Yeah, it's so they're like, if you were to not choose to do the cochlear, and then you come do her annual test, what if the right ear starts getting affected? Now you're behind because this one doesn't hear no more. Now this one's starting to get affected.
Yeah.
So they told we recommend the cochlear so she can start getting used to the cochlear. So if this one ever gets affected, then you're not behind the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah.
now it's just.
So the CMV, is that now when she chooses to have kids later on, is that now hereditary?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know. We can Google.
You think Diego wants to think about his daughter?
Yeah,
It's already,
I was just
2 years old.
I was just impressed that I knew
Boyfriends
the word
and-
hereditary.
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah. I honestly, it was like one of my words to use today during this podcast.
I'm not going to
I
ask you to spell it either.
Is it
I see it
yeah.
on your phone right
It
there.
was an opening. I could just check that one off,
Word of the day.
Don't ask me how to spell it.
Too.
Yeah, there's an H and an R somewhere.
I think there's a D too, but we'll see.
No, there's no way.
But
That's cool.
that's cool.
Trying to do the promotional stuff, and then, having a child. You go to Valley Children's 2 times a week or every day for the longest. You know what I mean? It was a lot, but God does some amazing things.
Yeah.
So He has blessed us a lot.
That's cool that they're really close in age too.
Yeah. It makes it easier. It makes it easier because they kind of like vibe off each other.
Yeah.
I mean, we just potty trained them. So when Everly goes in the potty, little man sees it. I want to do it because we give her a candy.
Yeah.
So he's, I want candy. And he'll go boom right away. It's like, yeah, all right. We're knocking them out both at the same time.
Yeah,
Nice.
chickenpox too.
Yeah. Haven't gone there yet.
That's dope.
It's been an adventure. It's been an adventure.
I bet.
Didn't change it for nothing.
Yeah. What else you got? Do you do anything else besides? I know you talk the hazmat. You do that. You teach.
The leatherwork stuff. Bring that up.
Yeah, I do leather on the side. It's not a business. I was initially thinking, hey, we can do something with this, but I had started an Instagram, but then I had just switched it back to my personal one. But yeah, man, there's this guy when I was a volunteer, Whit, is his name, Merced County. He would do leather, and he had shown me some of his work, and I was like, dude, that's pretty cool. I would like to do my own leather work, especially when I get picked up. And so I started watching videos and stuff, and my first little leather kit was an Amazon kit,
Oh yeah.
cheap eating, and started doing little projects. And eventually, I got most of the information. I started hitting up a lot of guys who do Instagram pages, were legit, like Toll House Leather.
Hotheads.
Or the two main ones I kind of like had contact with was Wit and then Triworks. Triworks Leather. I love his work. And so I had messaged them. I was like, yeah, what do you do for this? And, started freaking their brain a little bit.
Yeah.
And started doing some stuff, and eventually started doing like radio straps, do shields, dude. And, a huge opportunity. I'm actually currently making a shield for Merced City Chief.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Wilson, Chief Wilson.
Oh, very cool.
He hit me up and I heard you do some shields. I was like, dude, I'll make you one for free. This is, I'm honored to get asked to make one for you. So
Forgot to do the nameplate I asked him to do, but that's
it's
put
in
me on
the
the back
works.
burner. It's fine. You know.
Louis or Merced City Chief. Let me see which one I'm gonna knock out first.
Whoa, dude! I thought
It's in the works, Louis. I got you. Don't worry. You said Christmas.
I did say
before
Christmas.
Christmas.
I did say Christmas.
So that's pretty cool. Oh, so it's your hobby. You enjoy doing
It's
it.
a hobby.
It's
yeah.
kind of like this. This is a hobby.
Exactly.
exactly.
I definitely can't live off of it.
No.
But I mean, some projects I've done have definitely. I mean, if I wanted to like full on, go all out and do it as a business, absolutely you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leatherwork you get good money, man. It's expensive, obviously, to get started, get all the tools and stuff like that. But once you're set up, I mean, a good shield, not just any shield, like a good shield, you can get paid $300 to $400 for a shield.
Mm.
Yeah.
And so stuff like that. I mean, radio straps, $150.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gotta have the patience though for it. I'm sure my
Yeah,
wife would be good
definitely
at that kind of
takes-
stuff. I would not. I would be like,
Well, like my buddy, he was looking for somebody to make him a shield because he promoted now, and he asked me to make it. I was like, I'll make you one, but it won't be till like January, February.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'm just gonna look around and see. Any person that's making a shield, he said there's people up to 8 months out. Like they're not even taking orders because it takes a long time. If you're doing not the machine stuff,
If you're doing
Yeah.
good
if
stuff.
you're doing like hand designs,
you're doing hand. I'm
yes,
guessing.
yeah. The machines are expensive.
Yeah.
Even if I wanted to do the
I
machines,
bet.
they're expensive.
Yeah.
He's like, the machine ones, they can knock out shields, quick. But if you're doing it by hand and stuff, it
Yeah.
takes you a good time.
Yeah.
You gotta let, cut it out, stamp it, and then when you start painting, you gotta let the first layer dry before you do different and second layer. So it's time consuming, but that's why I do it as a hobby.
Yeah.
I don't expect nothing out of it. I mean, so
It's good work too.
yeah, man.
You did Wes's for us, right? You did Smith's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And I've
good
done
stuff.
work for like Los Banos City. I did
Mhm.
their locker tags. I've done shields for a lot of people, radio straps. I did my own like tool belt.
Yeah.
But you're just word of mouth, like people you know, right? You're not doing.
Yeah.
So we're not.
Like I said, I opened up Instagram and I started posting my stuff on there, but I always had my Instagram private just for my friends.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like everybody was seeing my work.
Yeah.
But it was just more word of mouth.
money.
My Instagram that I had, it was Los Bomberos Leatherworks.
Yeah.
So if I ever decide to open it back up, look that up. You'll start seeing work there.
All right.
Yeah. I'll make it public. So
No, that's cool.
work
That's fun. I'm always looking for like a hobby and stuff like that, and that's where we are right now.
Yeah, this-
just doing this.
it's
So
awesome, man. You guys
It's
got
fun.
it down.
We have a good time.
Heck yeah.
We have a good time.
he makes me drive all the way over here now.
I was wondering about that when
You
you said you were
decided
gonna
to
do a
move,
remote.
bro.
He's always driving.
I see why Joe Rogan, not that word. I see why he's.
We'll be there one day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't,
yeah.
She's like, I don't do remote. You have to come to the studio, and I kind of see why. It's kind of a little bit more of a hassle, and it makes sense. Honestly, it makes sense when you have somebody like from a different state. They're not gonna fly
Yeah.
for this.
We're not
Yeah,
flying
no,
people
bro,
out, you know.
right? You guys will get to that point where people are going to fly to come be on your ass.
But like right now, I'm an hour and a half away, and I was just like, I just worked like 6 days. I have 1 day off, and then I wasn't gonna come, and I just was like, well, these guys are engaged now, so I was like, we'll come.
Oh yeah, you saw the ring. You already saw the ring when you walked in.
Oh, no.
You didn't see the ring?
No.
Oh yeah, I proposed last weekend. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
How'd you do
Yeah.
it?
I saw the video. He was, he said, hey, could you hold this phone for me? And I paid a bum to freaking hold the phone.
Yeah.
He's a cheapo.
Pretty cheap, dude. He didn't pay. I didn't have to pay him very much. Yeah, so it was cool. We went camping, and then I just did it right there at the campsite. The two of us. I had my phone set up and had a fire going and stuff. So
That's pretty good.
yeah, it was cool.
Were you nervous?
I was not nervous to propose. I was nervous I wasn't going to get it on video. It's like I knew her family and stuff would want it on video.
Okay.
So I was like,
Yeah.
so I had the phone set up. I was like, oh, let's take some pictures. So we took a couple pictures and I just left it there, like waiting for the right time. And she's like, oh, your phone's still here. And she gives it back. I'm like, fuck, now I got to figure out how to get it back over there.
Yeah.
So I was being hella sus. And then I asked her and then she's, that's why the phone's over there. I'm like, yeah,
right
away.
away.
On video. So,
Right away. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, your boy's officially engaged.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats, man.
Thanks, dude.
You guys are perfect for each other. I mean, say size.
Whoa.
Say mine.
Whoa.
We-
Second loves. This is second
Women.
Yeah, it's second. Yeah, she knows. She knows she's the other woman. Okay, that's
They
right.
both know.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're not dumb. They're smart.
Two tallest people I know. Just so you know, I felt very short walking in.
I'm glad that
I look up to
I'm glad my wife was here to make you feel comfortable.
Yes,
Oh,
thank
God.
you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice. Well, Diego, thank you for coming on.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate-
I appreciate it. I was waiting for the invitation, you know.
Yeah,
I'll,
he's
Oh.
worthless.
yeah. Waiting for the first short guy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
We had Cody on.
That's true.
Yeah. Short one.
First short Mexican.
There you go.
Mm.
I don't think we've had a. No, I think you are. Yeah, I think you are the first short Mexican guy.
It's an honor.
He's so stupid.
Okay, that's the title of the video then. Short Mexican firefighter.
That's it.
I'll just do it in Spanish, right, Bomberos?
There you go.
There you go.
First the bombero.
'Cause I'm gonna do it now.
100%.
That is the title of the episode.
catch.
You're welcome.
It's a catch.
That's hella funny.
Nah, but it was fun, man. At first I was like, I asked Louis, like, hey, is there like an outline? Should I prep for this thing or what? But
That's what everybody wants
it
to
was
know.
fun, dude. I loved it. Loved it.
I know.
It's
Like
just
better this way.
we try to set up like we're just bullshitting around the coffee table
It's a, yeah.
or around the kitchen
same.
table, whatever.
I don't like when we don't know the person. Well, he does, but I don't know you. So I was like, I'm like sitting here engaged.
Yeah.
I felt like we were making eye contact. I was like, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
tell the story.
Louis wasn't even part
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, he was like, I already know this story. Yeah, he has to sit there because I have a neck injury, and he's just bobbing and weaving, dude.
Got to swivel around the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good at it now. I can't sit there. He's the center of attention. So
I hate it so much.
well, I enjoyed hearing your story, and I appreciate you opening up and telling us all that stuff. I feel like I learned something today for sure.
It's awesome. I watch all your guys' videos, man. It's cool, the guys, like, you know, people you guys get on here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate the support.
You guys are going to go somewhere, dude.
Branching out. We're trying to branch out a little bit.
Yeah, we'll branch out.
Get some of your guys to come on.
I-
We got to get your boy from LB.
I'll let him know.
Yeah.
Hit me up whenever, and then I'll give you his.
So yeah, send him my number or vice versa.
Does he live over there?
Yeah, he lives in
You know what we should do? We should
Remote or not remote?
you should come over to you should come over to me because it's closer for him.
Is it?
It's an hour. It's probably exactly the same.
It's probably.
Probably.
I think I'm 2 minutes, 2 minutes closer. Yeah.
Me once in a
Yeah,
while.
it's 2 minutes closer to me. You know.
Yeah.
Your rooms are too small. You don't have the space for it.
We're gonna go up. We'll go up in the loft.
Oh, that would actually be pretty fun. That would be pretty dope. It'd be hot as shit up there. That'd be cool.
Awesome, man.
Cool, Diego. Well, thank you.
Thank you guys, man. Appreciate it. It was fun.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Woo. Thank you, man.
Now we're in the winter mode, dude. It's like my first podcast. I didn't sweat my ass off.
I know. I was actually
I
getting
found my ears ago. A little warm.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in to the Caffeine, Lifts, and Public Assist podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, leave us a 5-star rating, share with your friends, and follow us on our socials. You can find us at CLPA Pod across the board. Have questions or feedback? Feel free to leave a comment, slide into our DMs, or email us at clpapodcast@gmail.com. We appreciate your support.